There's something different in the air over Tyneside, and no, it's not just the usual buzz that builds up before another Premier League season kicks off. The corridors of St. James Park are more active than usual, and we're not talking about the typical tabloid rumors or recycled transfer gossip. The atmosphere suggests something real, something concrete, and it involves serious names behind the scenes. It feels like, after a string of frustrating attempts, a new door may finally be opening to an opportunity that could shift the course of Newcastle United's season in the coming weeks. Newcastle fans know how to recognize this kind of strategic silence. It's not the type that signals inactivity, quite the opposite. It's the kind that means something is being carefully put together, deliberately, and out of the spotlight. And right now, all eyes are turning towards a name that might not be the flashiest in the market, but one that fits exactly what the club is looking for. Immediate impact, Premier League experience, and a clear desire to wear the black and white shirt. But before we get into the details, it's important to understand how we got here. If you've just arrived here on the channel, now is the perfect moment to subscribe. We don't just cover the latest Newcastle developments in real time. We break down the stories, uncover behind-the-scenes details, and deliver everything with accuracy and clarity. Your subscription makes a big difference in helping this community grow. So if you love Newcastle, hit that button and join us for the journey. Back to the matter at hand, this transfer window hasn't been an easy ride for Newcastle. Despite kicking off the summer with clear objectives, the club has seen several top targets slip away. Liam Delap and João Pedro were high on the list but ended up joining Chelsea. Then Hugo Ekitik's name resurfaced, the Frenchman who already turned down Newcastle twice back in 2022, and now, for the third time, he's set to snub the Magpies again, with a move to Liverpool now looking imminent. Amidst all these rejections, a new scenario is beginning to take shape, a name that, at first glance, might not generate as much excitement as others, but it's starting to gain surprising momentum behind the scenes. Yoane Wissa, Brentford's forward, has now become the main focus for Newcastle's recruitment team, and if you thought this was just another transfer rumor, think again. Trusted sources have confirmed the interest is real. Fabrizio Romano, one of the most reliable names in the transfer market, reported that the player is genuinely interested in Newcastle's project and the opportunity to play in European competitions wearing the black and white shirt. According to Romano, Newcastle already submitted an opening bid of around £25 million, which Brentford turned down. But the Magpies haven't walked away. The board is already preparing a second approach, believing a stronger offer could convince Thomas Frank's former club to part ways with Wissa, the Congolese forward, who turns 29 in September, netted 19 goals in the Premier League last season, an impressive tally, especially considering he also played wide on the left in several matches. And if you're concerned about Wissa's age or the fact he'll miss part of the season due to a facto in duties, the club actually sees this as a calculated move. His experience is viewed as a crucial asset, especially with the possibility that Callum Wilson could leave at the end of the season. Wissa would not only bolster the attacking options but also be groomed as a direct successor to Wilson in Newcastle's number 9 role. Targeting Wissa is also closely tied to Eddie Howe's clear frustration with recent setbacks. The manager even made a curious comment following the friendly defeat to Celtic. When asked about Alexander Isak's absence, Howe admitted the Swedish striker had been left out due to ongoing transfer speculation. That statement raised plenty of eyebrows among fans and opened the door to further debate around Newcastle's attacking future. By the way, if you're enjoying this content and want to keep up with everything going on behind the scenes at Newcastle United, now's a great time to turn on notifications here on the channel. That way you won't miss a single update, whether it's about a signing, a sale, or exclusive insights like Eddie Howe's latest interview. Coming back to the name of the moment, it's interesting how quickly the perception around Yoane Wissa has shifted in recent weeks. When Newcastle's interest first emerged, many outlets, including Newcastle World, were skeptical. After all, this is a 28-year-old player set to miss part of the season, and someone who hadn't previously been considered a top target. But things have evolved, with the window moving on and the list of realistic alternatives shrinking. Wissa has gone from a plan B to a leading option. And Newcastle aren't the only ones watching. Tottenham Hotspur, now managed by none other than Thomas Frank, Wissa's former boss, are also monitoring his situation closely. However, this doesn't appear to have shaken Newcastle's confidence. They believe they can win the race. Thomas Frank, for his part, spoke about Wissa back in May when he was still Brentford boss. At the time, he made it clear he wanted to keep the forward but also acknowledged that the club couldn't stand in the way of the right offer. "We're a selling club," Frank said, "but it would take a lot of money to sign Wissa or Mbu." Brian Bumo, of course, has since completed a move to Manchester United this summer, which could mean Brentford are now more open to letting Wissa go too. With MBMO's departure already sealed, Brentford may now be more willing to negotiate Wissa's exit for a fair fee. And Newcastle, following a frustrating start to the window and under increasing pressure to reinforce their squad, have no intention of wasting more time. A new bid is being finalized, and according to sources close to the club, talks are expected to move quickly over the coming days. As this story unfolds, the big question remains: Will Wissa become Newcastle's new number 9? Could this be the turning point in what's been a difficult summer window for the Magpies? If you want to follow every step of this transfer and get the inside scoop on everything happening behind the scenes at St. James Park, you already know what to do. Subscribe to the channel right now, drop a like on the video, and let us know in the comments what you think about Wissa potentially joining Newcastle.